Have you ever felt like someone was working against you, wishing for your downfall? What if I told you that sometimes the very curses meant to harm you can be twisted by a higher power into your greatest blessings? This isn't just a hopeful thought. It's a story as old as time, a story of a king, a prophet, and a curse that refused to stick. Imagine a powerful king, Balak, trembling in fear. He sees a nation, Israel, growing in strength, and he's terrified. So he does what powerful, fearful men often do. He tries to manipulate spiritual power for his own gain. He sends for a renowned prophet named Balaam with a sinister request. "Come, curse these people for me. I'll make you a very wealthy man." Now, Balaam was a prophet, but he was also a man with a weakness for gold and glory. The offer was tempting, a king's ransom for a few words. He knew in his heart it was wrong, but the pull of greed was strong. So he saddles his donkey and sets off, his mind filled with visions of riches, completely blind to the real power at play. This is where the story takes a strange and wonderful turn. As Balaam rides, determined to do the king's bidding, his donkey suddenly stops. It sees something Balaam cannot. An angel of the Lord standing in the path, sword drawn, a divine roadblock. Balaam, in his arrogant blindness, gets angry. He strikes the donkey, trying to force it forward. This happens a second time, and then a third. The donkey, trying to save its master's life, even crushes Balaam's foot against a wall. Finally, in a moment that shatters all expectations, the donkey speaks. "What have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times?" it asks. In that instant, Balaam's eyes are opened, and he too sees the angel. He falls on his face, humbled and terrified. The angel makes it clear. His path was reckless, and his journey was only allowed to continue under one condition. He could only speak the words God put in his mouth. So Balaam arrives at King Balak's court. The king has prepared everything for a grand cursing ceremony. He takes Balaam to a high place overlooking the camps of Israel. The air is thick with anticipation. Balak is ready for his enemies to be spiritually crushed. Balaam opens his mouth to speak the curse he was paid to deliver. But what comes out? A blessing. "How can I curse whom God has not cursed?" he declares. "How can I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced?" He speaks of Israel's strength, their prosperity, their unique destiny. King Balak is furious. "What have you done to me? I brought you to curse my enemies, and you have blessed them." He thinks maybe the location is wrong, so he takes Balaam to another mountain, another vantage point. "Try again," he commands. Again the sacrifices are made. Again Balaam opens his mouth. And again a powerful, unstoppable blessing pours forth, even more beautiful than the first. He speaks of God's unwavering faithfulness, saying, "God is not a man that he should lie. He has blessed, and I cannot reverse it." By the third attempt, Balak is beside himself with rage. He had paid for a curse, and instead, he was funding a prophecy of his enemy's success. For a final time, Balaam, now completely yielded to God's power, looks out over the people and speaks the most profound blessing yet, a prophecy that would echo through centuries. The lesson here is breathtaking. When God has chosen you, when his favor is upon you, no weapon, no word, no curse formed against you can prosper. In fact, God can turn the mouths of your enemies into instruments of your praise. He can take a situation designed for your destruction and use it to announce your promotion. The very people who plot against you can end up speaking in your favor. So the next time you feel like the world is against you, remember the story of Balaam's donkey, which had more spiritual insight than a famous prophet. Remember the king whose every attempt to curse was turned on its head. Trust that there is a power at work that is bigger than any opposition you face. Even when it looks like your enemies are winning, God might just be setting the stage to bless you through their very own mouths. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that inspires and uplifts. See you in the next video.